Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 9. As Jan entered the contest on his bed, something fell out. It seems like a picture. Taehyung curiously grabbed it and smiled sadly. It was a picture together with Jungkook. They had taken this when they had came back from the cinema. Their smiles were so bright you could just feel how happy they were together. But Taehyung's smile faded. Remembering those times, he tried to hold back his tears as slowly sobbed. He was once again reminded of something that was there when that was not there anymore. He slowly sat down, looking at the mess on the bed and struck his fingers over Jungkook's jaw. He smiled, missed him. He couldn't deny that, but so many questions were left unanswered. He didn't know if they were able to figure out. He turned the pictures over and scanned. He saw something written on the back. He didn't remember ever writing something on it, and it seems it was written quickly. This was Jungkook's handwriting. His heartbeat sped up as he read. He read it once, twice, 4 times. I'm sorry that I have to leave you like this, but know that I love you with all my heart, even though I have never said it out loud. Time for me to set things straight before I can look you in your eyes. So please wait for me. I will take care of you and our baby for the rest of our lives. I love you, Taehyung, my omega, my everything. You are the strongest and most beautiful person I have ever met, and I can't wait to start a family with you. Wait for me. Love Jungkook, his eyes kept reading the words and tears trickled down his face. Jungkook must have written this when he was unconscious. The picture trembled between his fingers as he grabbed his phone to call Jungkook. Please let him pick up this time. Please, please. Just don't leave him alone any longer. The weather has changed from warm summer day to heavy thunderstorm, and the rain was beating against the window. The room was dark as the sun was gone now, and the only light was coming from the room was phone was calling Jungkook. He held it against his ear, holding his breath. Please, please. He was desperate right now, and his heart was racing. His maker was once again whimpering, and Taehyung was just wanted to hear Jungkook's voice. Please pick up. More tears fell down as he went to whisper again, and Taehyung sobbed. To find him, where could he be? Why did he leave him alone like this? He jumped up resolutely, still holding his phone to his ear as he called Jungkook again and again. Nothing. He grabbed his shoes and slipped them on in a hurry. Please let me find you. Please pick up. Please, just anything. He opened his door and ran outside and pouring rain. He couldn't feel it. He just needed to find him somewhere. As he ran out of his apartment complex, he stepped dead in the tracks. Was he seen right there in the rain, standing with his phone in his hand, soaking wet? Was Jungkook? Taehyung's heart jumped as he saw Jungkook standing there, soaking wet. He was really there. He really had come to him. All the things he wanted to do him, all the things he wanted to scream at him, vanished. He wanted to slap him. He wanted Jungkook. Why? He sobbed and tears streamed down his cheeks. He saw Jungkook clothes sticking to him, soaked from the rain. As Taehyung slowly walked closer to him, Jungkook met him halfway and opened his arms for him. Taehyung cried as he let himself be wrapped in his arm and sobbed into his shoulder. He was trembling, and Jungkook pulled him even closer and tightened against him. Taehyung beat his fist on Jungkook's back as he cried. Why was he feeling like this? He should be mad, angry. He needed answer, but right now it felt good to be in his arms again. He smelled him once again and his mega Part-2. He felt Jungkook crashed his back and kissed his cheeks and head over and over again. He whispered apologies in his ear and held him close. Why? Taehyung kept repeating while he kept his head on Jungkook's shoulder. Jungkook kept caressing him and whispering apologies in his ear. They stood like that. They were shocked, but now but neither of felt anything from the rain, just each other. When Taehyung unconsciously shivered from the cold, Jungkook started talking. Let's get inside first, baby. I will tell you everything he said in a horsey, tear-filled voice. Taehyung looked up and saw the pain look in Jungkook's eyes too. Taehyung hadn't been the only one feeling like this. He held Jungkook's face in his hand and struck his fingers over his cheek, wiped away the rain. Jungkook leaned into his touch and sighed. Taehyung felt conflicted with his feelings right now. He had wanted to scream at Jungkook and push him away as he has caused him trouble things, but he just couldn't. He saw the pain in Jungkook's eyes and he couldn't feel his sorrow now too. How he had missed this touch. Jungkook's arm around him, his eyes slipped over each other's face before they settled onto each other. Taehyung's breath hinges and his heart quickened. His lips into a small smile and he just couldn't finally feel we breathed faint each other's faces. Noses touched before Jungkook pressed his lips softly on Taehyung's. Taehyung's breath hinges when he felt wet lips pressed on his own. Their hair was plastered against their heads, soaked wet, but they didn't feel it. They slowly kissed as soft pics were exchanged before Jungkook pulled back. Taehyung almost chased after the missing feeling of Jungkook's lips on his, but Jungkook stopped him and with a finger on his lips and he smiled. Let's go inside first, Jungkook whispered and grabbed Taehyung's hand, pulling him to the apartment. Taehyung shivered from the cold now that he was inside and felt his wet clothes sticking to him. Shower first, you need to warm up, Jungkook said as he grasped Taehyung's arms. Taehyung nodded slowly, but he didn't want to be parted from Jungkook at all. As Jungkook walked further into the apartment, Taehyung grabbed the back of his jacket and started to pull his arm back, feeling embarrassed by what he wanted. What it is? Do you need anything? Jungkook asked as he turned around to him. You are also soaked wet, Taehyung mumbled as he looked down, fighting with his wet shirt. I can shower after you, don't worry, Jungkook glanced. Taehyung finally looked up, less embarrassed now. Or you can shower with me, he whispered. Jungkook head. Anything you want, baby, Jungkook whispered as he slipped a finger under Taehyung's chin and smiled at him. Taehyung couldn't hide his own smile either. As they walked to the bathroom, it felt as if they had been together for years, as if nothing had happened, but the tension could be felt in the room. The unanswered question, they stripped off their wet clothes and tied them in the hamper. Taehyung cried when he stepped into the shower, feeling the warm water heat on up his body instantly. He forgot how cramped it was when Jungkook slipped it in behind him. They were squeezed together as they let the warm water soak their shivering body without having Taehyung's hands and body. It felt in the middle, but it wasn't anything naughty at all. They both knew this wasn't time or place for it. Taehyung watched Jungkook too, and they smiled as they faced each other again. The water dripped down from their bodies, and Jungkook's hand caressed Taehyung's skin as he leaned onto Jungkook's head light on the shoulder, and he let Jungkook massage his tight muscles. Jungkook's hand slowly wandered down, but he stopped it. He uncertainly asked, "Can I?" Jungkook asked as Taehyung with question eyes, and Taehyung smiled, "You can. It's all yours." After all, he said and laughed. The tension after that. Jungkook's hand wandered down over Taehyung's belly and stopped on the near, now very obvious bump. He slowly sighed and a short, nervous laugh escaped his lips. Taehyung felt his heart swell as he watched the little gesture. He almost wanted to cry, watching Jungkook's hand delicately caressing the skin. The feeling of his big hands around the little bump was him trembling. "Hey there, little one," Jungkook whispered as he wrapped his arm around the. When Jungkook looked up again, his smile fluttered as he saw the look in Taehyung's eyes. He turned off the water and stepped out of the shower. Jungkook tried Taehyung's back. Jungkook pulled Taehyung back against him and laid him on the bed, huddled together to keep each other warm. Jungkook wrapped his arm around Taehyung and slipped his other one over Taehyung's belly, slowly stalking the fingers over it. Taehyung laid his head on Jungkook's chest and felt comfort of Jungkook's heartbeat against his breast. He soothed him and he waited silently for Jungkook to start talking. He felt how Jungkook kept his hand on his belly, and Taehyung smiled before he looked up with concern when he heard a deep sigh coming from Jungkook. Jungkook was looking at the ceiling when he started talking. "I'm sorry." Taehyung held his breath, waiting for what was to come. The room felt quiet before Jungkook opened his mouth. He didn't know how to start now that he really had to explain everything. And the last weeks had been heck for him. He wanted to beat himself up for what he had put Taehyung and their unborn child through. He knew he couldn't just leave everything and be with Taehyung because things still had to be taken care of. His child, he felt giddy just thinking about it, but right now he needed Taehyung the most to trust him again. He knew over the past weeks of not being with him, he couldn't live without him anymore. "Sorry for what I have put you through the last weeks, that I have put you in danger." How could he ever get his trust back? Jungkook pulled Taehyung closer against him as he felt his throat tighten. "The last weeks I have cleaned up the mess I have gotten myself into, and as you have heard, I am not the nicest man, and well, since I have met you, I didn't feel like that was me anymore. You have brightened my life, my days, my mood. Since that time I had more trouble being the boss I needed to be, and what happened really opened my eyes that if I wanted to stay with you, I would have to change this life I have living now. My mistake have caused you so much pain." Jungkook stopped as he choked on his tears. He was trying to hold back his tears that were brewing in his eyes, and he brushed his face in Taehyung's hair to calm down. Taehyung reached up and stroked his stubborn. Although what had happened was not something to be forgotten. Just like that, Taehyung knew Jungkook didn't want to do this on purpose. "After I dropped you off to the hospital and Namjoon had me checked, in a private clinic for the short wound in my leg. Jungkook started again. I was in bad shape, and before I was discharged, a week had passed already. In the meantime, I had to deal with my and with the things that had happened. I needed to take care of my man. I wanted to go to you so badly, but work kept me away. I had decided to resign from my position as your boss, and given Namjoon all the responsibility, I couldn't be. I was young. I have been in this organization. I came from a poor family, and one thing led to another and brought me to on this dark path. I worked up my way up, and before I knew it, I was too deep in. When I became the boss myself, I changed the purpose of the organization. You can guess this brought up a lot of anger and conflicts around because I didn't cooperate in the smuggling of illegal stuff anymore. While doing all this, I also started my own business from the ground up, so I would always have something to fall back on. I wanted to be able to look you in your eyes, to be able to protect you. I wanted to be a better man for you and our baby. Jungkook said for now as he struck things back. I'm sorry for the things I have caused you. Please forgive me, please, Jungkook whispered as he looked Taehyung's face in his hands and looked at him. Both men had tears in their eyes. Taehyung choked back a sob as he saw the genuine regret in Jungkook's eyes. I'm sorry for not answering your calls. I'm sorry for not responding to your text. I wanted to really, but guilt kept me away. How could you still want me after what I had done to you? Jungkook cried. Taehyung swelled hard. The tough alpha was crying in his arm, and he was trying to keep himself together before he would also break down. He needed to be strong now for this man. Taehyung leaned his head against Jungkook and closed his eyes. Jungkook was caressing his cheeks and felt his breath fan. His face was soothing. Big alpha in his arms. Here I am here now. You are here now. We will figure this out together, Taehyung whispered. I forgive you as long as we promised each other that we wouldn't lie again. You can overcome anything. I also applies for keeping something like this, Taehyung said and reached down to his swollen belly. A secret from you for so long. They both opened their eyes and Taehyung smiled softly as he watched Jungkook's handsome face. He felt his spark run up and down his body and at every little caress of Jungkook's finger. Did he really feel this too? Was this love? Was what else it could be? How could someone care about another person this much? Every trouble seems to fade away when he was with him. He felt safe with him. I was scared, Taehyung said harshly as he thought. I was scared that you could not accept the baby. I was afraid that I would have to choose between you or the baby, and I don't want to lose either of you. But I wasn't certain of what you would do. I was still trying to accept that I was an omega, and I panicked. Taehyung whispered, and the end of the words ended in a sob. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I wanted to tell you that day, but Jungkook said as he pushed a finger against his lips. It's alright, I'm here now. I wouldn't ever let you go again. This is the best news I have ever heard in my life, and it helped me make the decision I had to make. This makes it all even more worth. You know me. You know this. Then Jungkook reached down and cupped his small belly. Thus we are an old couple, Taehyung said, and Jungkook smiled at this. That for sure we are, Jungkook smiled as he kept crashing Taehyung's belly. The tension in the room erased and Taehyung's heart felt lighter now that he didn't have to keep secrets anymore. The only thing he wanted now was Jungkook beside him, because of him this world had changed for the best. Maybe not the way it usually goes, but they had each other now to overcome it. Taehyung suddenly remembered the phone photo. The letter you wrote on the photograph. Did you mean it? He said softly. Jungkook stopped at his moment. He looked up. I mean every word, Jungkook whispered. Taehyung's heartbeat quickened and a small smile spread over his face. You are my everything right now. I'm so lucky to have found you. I never thought a soul that was real until I saw you. You make my heart speed up. You make my world brighter, and I want nothing more than to spend the rest of the life with you. I'm so deeply, madly in love with you. Jungkook hinted, and his eyes brimmed with tears, happy tears. Taehyung held his breath as he heard those words. He felt the tears coming, and he smiled as he tried to keep his tears in his time that nothing. They were meshed together. Red eyes from all the crying, and now even more, even from happiness. To continue. So everyone, what do you think? What is gonna happen next? Comment it down. Hope you enjoyed this episode. See you again. Bye bye. Love you. Prahe.